Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
This is Mr. Fuego, one half of the Baseball Junkies podcast. Before we get the show going, we just want to make sure that both you, the viewer, and the listener are fully aware that this podcast is not intended to provide any form of investment advice. The opinions expressed here by either the host or any guest do not necessarily reflect the views of any sports card investor, organization, and or entity within the sports card market. Any discussion of sports card values in the past or present is not a guarantee of future performance. Two collectors with a common love of baseball cards. A league of her own, Mr. Fuego. Welcome to the Baseball Junkies podcast.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Baseball Junkies podcast. I'm your host, Adrian from League of Her Own.
And I'm your boy, Mr. Enfuego.
Oh, man, what is going on, Battle? You guys, we got some news this week for you. We're going to talk about new releases. We're going to talk about eBay. We're going to talk about Wander Franco, of course.
Yep. Got a lot to go over today.
We can talk about it whether we want to or not, but we got to because it has affected the card market. You know, it is what it is. These things happen. I hope everybody had a fantastic week. I hope everybody enjoyed some baseball this week. There's been some amazing things happening. Julio, good Lord, making history. There's been some, sports card news. Well, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Good stuff, bad stuff. It's always a balance, depending upon how you go at it. But yeah, Battle. How was your week, my man? How's the trading card going?
Oh, everything is all going great up until probably about 6 o'clock this morning. And for those of you who never experienced it, my AC is out right now, so I'm working off of a fan, so the heat's getting a little to me. So I'm pushing through it. So we got to do this podcast. I'm going to push through the podcast, and then I'm going to go sleep in the freezer for tonight.
Yeah, guys, I think Mr. Fuego is going to pass. We're not going to do the after-hour show this week because, guys, he's in Florida. You got to have AC in Florida. It ain't no joke. So, man, I'm sorry, that Battle. That sucks. Yeah.
But other than that, I'm ready to talk baseball and just let's get this party cracking.
Let's get it cracking. Let's get into some upcoming releases. All right, our next products, baseball-wise, coming out. We got 2023 Topps Pristine coming out on the 23rd, so just a few days here. This was a re-release brought back last year. 2022 Pristine was the first time it had been out in several years. It was amazing. It's a little bit pricier. Right now, they're looking at about $450 for a hobby box of it. Only going to be, as far as I know right now, only going to be in hobby format.
Yeah.
About $450 a box. Last year, you get some. It's a little bit. It's different than any other hobby box you're going to open. If they did it like they did last year, you've got a package within a package. You've got an encased card. You've got a couple of loose cards. Beautiful cards, beautiful refractors, beautiful in case you can get some amazing all the things. It's got all the things. It's got a good look to it, and it was pretty fire last year. That was one of the middle to higher end products that I went ahead and splurged on last year, and it treated me well. I opened it in a break, one of my breaks too, and I pulled a few nice autos for people. And there's the one that sticks out the most is a Ricky Henderson auto. It was my first time ever pulling a Ricky Henderson auto. Pulled it for somebody in the community, and it's one of those moments, when you open a pack and it sticks with you because it was so awesome. So
looking forward to the new inserts that they got in it.
Yes, they got some nice new inserts. Going, Gone is the one I'm most excited about. They got, I think, Swing Away and stuff like that. We showed it off a little bit last week here on the podcast. If you are watching live on YouTube, you would have saw us scan through on Cardboard Connections, give you a little look-see on there. If you're listening on your favorite podcast format, check out Cardboard Connection. I'd look at the last year's set, 2022, and then look at what they're showing for 2023 as well. It's really a gorgeous set. And we're for me, probably this year, I'm going to probably pass on a hobby box of that because it's a little bit more expensive. But I'll definitely be working on some singles of that because it's a beautiful set.
Oh, yeah.
So we also have Pro Debut coming out September 1st. I think. I got my dates.
September 1st.
All right, September 1st. Topps Pro Debut. So it's kind of like your prospect cards, kind of like it's Bowman, but not Bowman. It's Topps Pro Debut. You're going to have a lot of the young prospects in there. I love Pro Debut. It's always a really good, reasonable price. Let me see if they got a price up on these bad boys just yet, like an estimated price on.
98.77 for a hobby box projected.
Oh, not bad, not bad. And I do remember last year they had quite a bit of autos in there. Mostly, I believe the autos are all sticker, but still, they were a nicer looking set. They've got that flagship look to them. They look like Topps flagship. Just, it's kind of cool to see all the minor league teams and things like that. And then as I'm scrolling through on here, actually, let me share with you those that are watching on YouTube here. I'll show you what I'm looking at as far as some inserts. It's kind of fun to see inserts of legends back in their minor league
Echoes insert.
Yeah. Echoes, yeah, that's a sick insert. They got one here of Jackson Holiday and Matt Holiday. Father, I dig that. This is usually always a super fun rep, a super affordable rep too. Like Mr. Fuego said, we're looking at about under $100 for a hobby box. You can't go wrong there. Usually, let's see if they've got that up, like 3 to freaking 100 auto. No, just kidding.
I mean, the only downside to this, and this would more than likely affect those that are into the hobby for investment reasons.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't really carry that much value, but for those of us who just enjoy ripping packs and just looking at the stuff, this seems like a real fun product to actually just get into.
100%. This is definitely fun for the collector. Yeah, but this doesn't compare at all to Bowman as far as if you're looking at reselling kind of things.
Right.
But take a look at this Drew Jones here. That might be on card. No, it looks sticker. I think all the autos are stickers in this, but still, autos are autos. So that's a fun one. Also, this isn't coming out until a little bit later, but the pre-orders did drop on Topps this past week. Bowman Chrome. That's, anything drops Bowman is going to be hot.
Yep.
Bowman Chrome, one of the hottest things of the year. Expected date to come out is September 13th, but this past week it did drop on Topps. The prices weren't too bad for pre-order per usual, but I'm done with pre-ordering with Topps. I had my issue with Chrome last year, or last order. That was the last time I ordered anything on Topps. I got to get over my bitter feelings before I order something.
But again, a hobby box of this stuff is looking at $375.
All right, so that's going to be what it's going to cost when it comes out. If you were able to get into the pre-order, we had a hobby box at $269.99. And the jumbos at $330. So if you got in on that, you saved yourself some money. So that's gonna be. I can't wait for that to come out. That's gonna be cool. But I can wait for it to come out because I'm really enjoying our current stuff right now. Chrome and Platinum Anniversary. We'll get to that in a second. Those are our pre-orders. Oh, I'm sorry. Also 2023 Topps Cosmic is coming out.
That's another one.
The 30th. So that will be out before the podcast next week. Another PSA for y'all. Podcast will be on Sunday next week as well. I'll be posting that up everywhere. I'm going to a card show up in Portland next Saturday. I'm going to do the podcast Sunday again at this time. How many people we got up in here right now? About 20. That's awesome. I hope. Thank you guys that are here.
Everybody hit that like button.
Hit that like. Appreciate you guys being here. That's awesome. Hope everybody had a great weekend. All right, let's get to the reviews. All right, guys, product reviews. So I know we are loving Platinum Anniversary and Topps Chrome. Here's what did come out that we're not loving, and that's the Topps Signature Series Retired Player, which I did see is still available on Topps. I'm going to guess that's going to be the cheapest place you can get it right now. About $70 a box. It's a 1 card hobby box,
Yeah.
encased card, buybacks, basically signed, stamped, lottery tickets. That's what people in the hobby generally consider those at. You're either going to hit big, or most of the time you're going to get a so-so kind of card. Mr. Franco was saying he saw some on some channels and saw like out of a large amount, he saw a couple really nice hits and then a lot of so-so kind of stuff. So that's the kind of thing, like, if you're just maybe a gift for somebody, I feel like you never know. Maybe if I'm doing a break, I like to throw one in just to spice it up, another guaranteed auto kind of thing.
Right.
But it's basically like throwing your money away.
That's basically what, yeah.
If you want, your PC or player or something like that, looking for it on eBay and go that route. Yeah, for the most part, I would say. So at any rate, Topps Chrome 2023, Topps Chrome 2022, Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary has been what we've been watching the most of on YouTube, Instagram, what have you. It's been great. It's been great unless you're Mr. Fuego and you buy a case of it. And
yeah.
Nah. Tons and tons of parallels, which is cool. We'll talk about the case break and banter.
Right, but here's one thing that I do want to shed some light on, and we've actually seen this a lot, primarily with this case break. So right now I am on baseballcardpedia.com, which is the hobbies version of Google. Okay, I actually looked up 2022 Platinum, Topps Platinum, and the base set checklist, and we talked about this earlier. It's a 500 card checklist, and apparently each base set card there's about 35,375 copies per each base. But you tend to really wonder, was there that many made? Because, and I'm not just talking about in the break that we just had, but there's been some videos that I've seen where you see doubles, sometimes triplicates in one ripping, and I'm just like, what is going on?
We're gonna definitely get more into that in the banter, just because I can't believe those numbers because of what happened to you alone with the whole case and the.
I mean, but ultimately, I am pleased with how Platinum came out this year, especially with the additional variations. I love that they saturated the product with numbered cards. I went in under the impression that it's going to be more of this, more of that, but in a way, it's kind of balanced out.
Yes, you think it's a Topps Chrome product, so it's beautiful cards. The cards are beautiful. The prices are reasonable. So no matter what, when you're pulling parallels like that, you're having a fun rip. You're having a fun rip. So it's one of the funnest rips.
But now the question of the day lies: hobby, light box, or blaster?
I know.
Pick your poison.
I know. I'm feeling like the blasters have been the best, like as far as ROI, if you want to look at it that way.
Right.
I feel like you're getting. It just feels like could be all completely deceiving, but the blasters just seemed really hot. I've seen the best pulls out of blasters.
Yeah, definitely.
Personally, so definitely. One thing we don't like about Platinum Anniversary.
And what's that?
One thing, how long it took them to get it out.
Yeah,
that's the only thing. We'll move past that.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. I'm thinking that's pretty much it for our reviews. We're still loving Chrome. We're still loving Platinum Anniversary. We ain't done repping that yet. We'll have a couple new products in the next week or so here that we'll be seeing. But don't shy away from Chrome. Either of the Chromes.
If you haven't got into the product, you're missing out.
Yeah, go grab yourself at least a blaster if you're on a budget. Get either one of those products. I don't think you're gonna be sad about it. You go get a Chrome, just 2023 Topps Chrome. Those 2 pinks and 2 sepias have been a lot of fun this year, and chances are you're going to pick something else in a blaster, whether it be one of the inserts or maybe a numbered card, something like that. I've seen a good amount of autos.
Credit card.
What's that?
You may get lucky and pull one of those potential credit cards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. The MVP buyback, which we're going to talk more about that as well. But whoever at the end of the baseball season is decided the MVP for the AL and the NL, their cards, Topps will offer you $20 for the base and then on up for parallels, refractors, and what have you. $20 at your LCS or at blowout cards or David Adams cards towards any other card product you want to get. So definitely hang on to your show, Hayes. We're going to get in on who to hang it.
We'll let you know later on who else to pull out.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Good job. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me about it. That's a huge thing. Cause I've seen a lot of Shoheis getting pulled. So that's nice. All right, guys, let's get on into the hobby news. All right, guys, as far as baseball cards go, and that's the biggest thing we're all about here on the Baseball Junkies podcast. We can't shy away from what is going on in the baseball card world with Wander Franco. We had some unfortunate news that I really hope is not true, but we got to wait and see what the investigation shows, because I'm hoping nobody got hurt. I'm just hoping it's bad. We're not going to go into the details of that. If you don't know, check it out. It's on every other channel, all the other news. But basically, bad news for Wander Franco and the Tampa Bay Rays. So Wander Franco's cards were up, and now they're tanking like there's no tomorrow. I'm not going to say whether you should sell off your Wanders right now or if you should be buying right now. I ain't saying none of that. I'm staying away from that. All I'm saying, Wander Franco card prices 2 weeks ago were double, peaked. Triple, quadruple what they are now.
Now, not so much. And that's one thing that really troubles me about this hobby too. You know, it as much and as hard as I try to convince myself to keep it fun, keep it, keep the dollar signs out of it. This is just like the damn stock.
100%.
Because, I mean, look at Fernando Tatis. 1 minute, he was one of the hottest investments to get in. The moment we find out he had a ringworm issue and that associated to something else, eBay was just saturated with buy now, taking offers. And I'm just like, and it kills me, I mean, my personal PC guy, Alex Rodriguez. We all know his controversy in his playing days. A lot of people steered away from him, but then you've got those true collectors who's been with it, ride or die.
Yeah.
So if you're one of those individuals, don't let the market alter your collecting habits.
I somewhat agree. And the only reason I say somewhat, I think you'll agree with me, like Alex Rodriguez, PEDs, he still got to play baseball. He paid for his mistake. He had fines and he got, suspended and things like that. Potentially Wander Franco never plays again. And if these allegations toward him are true, like done with him. So I'm just throwing that out there. I know there's some people that are weird about stuff like that too. I know like some people are all about collecting like OJ Simpson cards or Hernandez, the football player.
Talking about Orlando Hernandez.
Yeah, and like No, the football player. Is it
from the
Orlando?
Patriots. From the Patriots.
Aaron. Yeah. Is it Orlando?
Aaron Hernandez. There
Aaron
you
Hernandez.
go.
Yeah. That's kind of a twisted way of doing, but to each his own. Like for me, I was a big Trevor Bauer fan. All that stuff went down when I'm done with Trevor Bauer. So, anyways, that's my personal thing. Just that is some baseball card news that happened this week. Just throwing that out there. Hopefully, I'm hoping nobody got hurt. That's all I'm going to say on that. All right, guys, some other big news this week. I'm interested. We're going to want to hear you guys all up in the comments because I was kind of surprised discussing this with Mr. Fuego. So eBay, auto pay for auctions. What do y'all think? Right now, eBay, you do an auction on there, and probably one of the number one complaints, somebody wins the auction and then they don't pay. And then you got to re-auction it and stuff like that. eBay is taking steps towards moving to that being auto pay now. So if you bid and you win, it automatically charges your credit card. And they've got some kinks, it sounds like, they need to work out. Like you can't use your eBay credit towards that, or things of that nature. But for the most part, I think it was probably a huge complaint eBay was getting with people not paying for their auctions. And I was already annoying with eBay, where you can't give feedback on buyers. Like you can't give them any negative reviews and things like that. So this is looking like a move in the right direction for me. I've sell things on eBay. There's nothing more annoying when somebody doesn't pay and you got to go through all that stuff.
I've actually played with the auto pay as a buyer, not a seller, today, actually. And luckily I was sober for it. I mean, so basically I made a purchase on eBay today. We was bouncing back and forth with the offers. After I left my last offer on the table for the seller, I noticed I got a text message from my bank saying X amount of dollars was actually taken out of my account. So almost instantly I went into panic mode. I'm like, oh hell, what the hell's going on? Mm-hmm. So then I go over to eBay and I'm like, okay, this is that new auto pay thing that they have. So it could be a blessing and a curse, kind of like what I told you earlier. This could be very painful if you're spending a Saturday night, nothing to do, you're just window shopping, you got too many in you, and then next morning you notice your account is in the negatives. Like, what just happened?
Yeah. I do like people in the comments. I was trying to get this out. It should cut out a lot of the shill bidding. That's a big thing too. So but yeah, I think for most of us, like, I'm sure there's a lot of us here listening, watching that sell on eBay, and they're like, yes, finally, this is going to be a good thing. And I hear what you're saying, Mr. Fuego, but in the end, I'm sure like you got to be responsible for your actions, kind of per se. So you don't got to tell me about drinking too many, and then all of a sudden I'm like, during the week, I'm like, what are all these Amazon packages? Like, what happened? So
but hopefully this auto pay thing that eBay's got going on, it's not a temporary fix, but this is something that's going to be around for years to come. Because I mean, we all know everybody's always going to try to find the next best way to manipulate the system.
Yeah, absolutely. So the other thing we wanted to talk about, we dabbled on this a little bit when we were talking about Chrome, is the MVP buyback. So seems pretty easy for the AL so far. We keep hanging on to our Shohei Ohtanis, but we were, Mr. Fuego and I were discussing about how the NL is not so
it's not so much
right
of a slam dunk. No.
Yeah. So for the past few months, people were basically banking in on Ronald Acuna, but we got a couple other people creeping up right now. Who you got on your list, Mr. Fuego? I'm thinking Freddie Freeman, Matt Olson got the numbers. It's funny they're all on the same team. Hold on to your Braves cards.
Pretty much. Hold on to every Braves card that you got.
So, if you guys are looking at their numbers, like, and you'll see later in the top 5 actually, Matt Olson doing crazy things. Freddie Freeman, dude, the Braves are scary, man. The Braves are scary. They are doing good things. They're on their way right now. It's doing good. So just keep that in mind when you're opening your Topps Chrome. Hang on to your MVP buybacks. Also, I didn't mention that, Topps Chrome Cosmic that's coming out. They got MVP buyback in that as well.
Yeah.
So just keep in mind for that. And
if you need further information about the buyback program, all the details are in the Topps website.
Yep, absolutely. All right, Battle. I'm feeling like it's trivia.
We got one more piece of hobby news we need to go over, and it's for the more seasoned collectors.
Oh my God. Yep. I'm sorry. I didn't write it on my list because we talked about this just before.
We're actually seeing numbers that are appropriate for the era of cards that we're talking about.
100%.
So there was an auction that's actually going on right now, and if you all know about the Monster, which is the T206 set, there is a specific card out there that may fetch a little more than that 52 Manu that went out for $12 million, and it was advertised, I believe, in the National.
Yes, 100% was. I'm going to try to bring it up on screen for y'all YouTubers here, but the Doyle Air Ruth Bat Pace $15 million sale. You got that link pulled up, Mr. Foy? You can read about it a little bit, and I'll see if I can't get it for us.
So basically, what we're talking about is there is a specific T206 card of Joe Doyle, okay, and on that particular card, right under his name, they have New York National. But that was actually an error because he actually played for the American League. So once they corrected that, there's only maybe 100. I'm going to throw a number out there, maybe about 100 copies of it in existence. But if you go to the Robert Edwards auction, it could potentially fetch up to $15 million. And that's what it looks like.
Freaking crazy. So we got the picture up for those of you on YouTube. For those of you listening, it is in an SGC slab with a 3.5 grade, 1910 Piedmont Cigarettes T206 Joe Doyle NL or NY National League, hands above head is what it is listed at. Pretty, you might look past it if you didn't know what you were looking for, basically. But there are, big high-end collectors that want to collect the entire set and have them, graded, just to have the entire set. This was a really tough one to get your hands on.
Mm-hmm.
As I read here, the T206 Doyle Air card is easily the rarest card in the entire T206 set, more than 6 times rarer than the Honus Wagner. And we all know the Honus Wagner and how rare that is. The Doyle variation wasn't even known until longtime dealer Larry Fritz noticed it while sorting through stacks of T206 cards. Considering the card's scarcity, it was certainly understandable. So, dude, vintage cards are so cool, so fun, and just for something like this to still be around and preserved is really, really cool, and really fun story with it too. What makes the card rare and valuable is has nothing to do with Doyle's pitching record. He only won 21 games over 5 seasons. It's the erroneous listing of the team on the front of the card, which Mr. Fuego did just explain. Just reading off the story we've got here from sportscardsdaily.com. So kind of a fun story there. Very cool. Dang. You got T206 cards, don't you?
I do have a few T206s. No errors, though.
No error. Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get a hold. I've graded a T206 for a friend one time that had it, from his passed down to him. Wasn't anything crazy, but to him, these are older valuable cards passed down to his family. It meant a lot to him.
And they're historic pieces of cardboard.
Yeah.
Like one of my T206s is actually of one of the pitcher from the Black Sox scandal.
Yeah, that's sick. The one I got graded for a friend was a catcher. I can't remember the name. It's one of my old PSA graded videos, but the catcher got quit playing because they were on a train, taking a train ride. Anyways, he got ran over by a train and lost his legs.
Yeah.
He continued on to live, but dang, I don't know. The story was crazy. And catchers back in the day, he was like one of the first ones to design that, like having the chest protector, and it was made out of cord. I don't know. The stories on how things are developed are so cool. So cool. So that's what we got in there. Hit us up in the chat. Let me know if you got any T206s or if you want a T206 and what you're looking for, and tell us the stories. We want to hear it. All right, guys. All right, let's get to trivia. We're about to do some trivia. I'm gonna hit this up. You guys are gonna try to guess it before.
If y'all can't get the answer to this question, just get out the hobby.
Yeah, no, you get it. You need to go read your baseball card news, y'all. Somebody's gonna get this quick, so get your fingers ready to start typing this in. Here we go. All
so
right.
We actually do have the right answer, but before we get to that, for everybody who is not live with us and will be tuning in at a later date, the question is, who holds the Mariners record for the most 4-hit games in a single season? And the answer to that would be Ichiro Suzuki, who did it 10 times in 2004.
Dude, Ichiro, man, easily one of the best hitters the game of baseball has ever seen, man. That's a crazy stat right there.
But did you catch our winner?
Oh, I got Card Hobbyist. Is that who you got?
I got. That's
all right, congratulations to the Card Hobbyist. He is our winner this week. We're going to be shouting him out on the podcast website, and I'm going to be shouting him out, put him up on the on YouTube here under the community tab and stuff like that. Give him a follow. He's an awesome guy in the card community. Got a nice channel. Congratulations, my man. That's freaking awesome. All right, guys, we ready for some top 5?
Oh, whatever's left of it, yeah.
Ready or not, I should say. All right, here we go. Oh, by the way, again, this is our altered top 5 because we don't want all 5 cards of
same player. Yeah,
I was gonna say Ichiro. I bet Ohtani up. Ohtani cards are up, all of them. Just so you know. Here we go, number 5. Potential one of the NL potential MVPs, Ronald Acuna. This is his update base rookie card, and we are seeing some. Let's see. I'm slow to pull up my app from Sports Card Investors, which we used for showing our statistics for the week and such. He is up. Let's see. All right. The 2018 Topps update base card number 250 raw. They're looking at to be about $17, $18. We're looking at a 7-day increase, 5.6%, and a 10.9% increase in the past 30 days. Ronald Acuna doing Ronald Acuna things.
He is, but if you're looking at actually wanting to add a PSA 10 to your collection, the last one sold on the 19th for $70.
That's crazy. I just think because we went through the whole hype during COVID and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that card was crazy more money, but that's definitely like one to have in the collection because he's amazing. So fun. That's fun. All right, guys, let's get to number 4.
Dang it, Bobby.
Dang it, Bobby. Playing some amazing baseball right now. We are showing the 2020 Bowman Chrome Sapphire Edition. Bobby Witt Jr., his first Bowman card. We are seeing a 0.8% in the last 7 days for this card raw. And the last 30 days, a 40.9% increase. This card raw, let's see, do I got any raw? Let's say about 60, I'll say 50, 60 bucks for this card raw. How about some PSA, boss? What you got?
Well, the last PSA 10 sold 2 days ago for $230.
$230, not too shabby. Bobby Witt is playing really good baseball right now. I am surprised. I mean, he's playing good baseball, and I think his name, people keep an eye on him, but he's playing on the Royals, who are just maybe a smidge better than my A's, or at least on the same level. So it's just interesting to me. I'll wait till we get through the top 5. I think you know what I'm going to say. There's a reason why I find this interesting. Let's get to number 3.
Who the hell is this kid?
Okay. So 2023 Topps Chrome rookie auto of Kerry Carpenter of the Detroit Tigers. I missed some highlights or some news or something because I don't know who he is. I don't know. He must have done something good, right? Did he just, I don't even know. I don't know who he is. He's an outfielder, according to his baseball card. And on the Detroit Tigers. Light us up in the comments. Let us know what we missed, because we saw this and we were both like, who is he? So this Chrome auto card of Kerry Carpenter's getting about $50 raw right now. I gotta imagine there's no PSA 10s or any graded of it yet.
No, there's not.
No, so
I mean,
a 7-day increase, 24.6%, and a 30-day increase of 21.9%. This guy had a game. He must have had a game. He must have did something
just
good.
Got called up and got his first single.
Something. This is crazy. So
yeah, because the last raw card of this Kerry Carpenter kid sold 2 days ago for $35.
Interesting. So make sure you go back through your Topps Chrome and those autos that you set aside that you thought they were duds. This guy might be in there, man. Just saying. I don't know what to do with this information. All right. What we got? Number 2?
Number 2.
Right, we got another one of them MVP maybes right there. Yeah. The 2023 Bowman Chrome Prospect Auto of Matt Olson.
Rewind that 10 years, sis.
What's that, boss?
You said 2023.
Oh, my bad. 2013 Bowman. 2013 Bowman. Matt Olson. I got excited because look at that. If you guys are watching, he's in that A's uni. I got a lot of Matt Olson stuff, and I love this guy. You know, when people are doing good on the A's, they tend to get bought up and go and traded and go into other teams. We're seeing a 7-day increase of 7.3%, 30-day increase of 102%. People are going and getting their Matt Olsons. Looks like the raws are selling between 150, 165. And what you got for them PSA 10s, Battle?
The last PSA 10 sold yesterday for $450.
Nice. Matt Olson, guys. Heck yeah.
Don't sleep on him.
Yeah, don't sleep on him. He's doing crazy good stuff. He's getting the attention now that he's on a good team. All right, here we go. Number 1. Bobby Witt Jr.'s debut card. This is the royal blue one, showing a 7-day increase of 500%, a 30-day increase of 500%. What? I don't understand, but looks like it's going for about $35 raw.
Yeah.
I love Bobby Witt Jr. I've got some of his stuff I'm hanging on to. It's awesome. I don't understand how Bobby Witt gets on the list twice, and Julio Rodriguez, like you having like doing historical things this past week or so, not on the list this week. Just saying.
Yeah.
So, let us know. Let us know in the comments. Let us know on the website. Chat it up on there. So, what you think about that? So,
but just so you know what this kid is going for, there are no PSA 10s documented as far as sales, but there is a PSA 9 that sold back in June 1st, and it went for $10.80.
Oh my God. Somebody got a deal there. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, guys, that's our top 5, and I'm just gonna roll this up real quick on here. If you guys are going to any ball games or concerts or anything soon, check out, maybe get your tickets on SeatGeek.com. I got a coupon code, get you $20 off with a League of Her Own. And you can also go over to Mr. Infuego's channel as well. He's got a promo code in his description as well. Just another heads up, we are not doing the after hour show tonight due to no AC in Florida, man. Can't live like that. Can't live like that. All right, guys, let's see. Oh yeah, it's time. It's time. It's time for the banter. Let's get it. All right, guys, baseball card banter. The last 2 weeks on a channel card Mutity Inc. It's a channel with a lot of us here that are listening and stuff like that. A lot of us YouTubers, Mr. Infuego put together as a way to help support the kids in the community. There was a case break that Mr. Infuego bought and did. Mike from Ripping from Rookies, another YouTuber, did on the Card Mutity channel, as a way to support Rad Dad and B-Dog's son, their Little League team. And that was awesome. Thank you, Mr. Infuego. Thank you, Mike, over at Ripping for Rookies. We want to talk about that case break just a smidgen. That's what we had going on these past weeks. So, yeah. Mike, Ripping for Rookies, always fun breaker, always does a great job. All of that. That case, I don't know if I should be gentle right now or if I should just.
This is a banter. The banter and gentle do not go together in the same sentence.
Worst case I've seen broke on YouTube. There was a lot of good parallels. There was, but legit the best out of the entire case, best hit. I think we were thinking the Mike Piazza auto,
number to 10.
Number to 10. Which, don't get me wrong, that's an awesome card, but. And out of the entire case, now, if you guys don't know, if you're just Mr. Infuego loves Julio Rodriguez. He doesn't care. He does not care. He wants before or after when Julio was having a rough time, but nothing. He wants Julio's and Alex Rodriguez. Okay. He got the Mariners at both times because they did 2 separate breaks, two half case breaks. The entire case, 2 base Julios. Is that right?
One per break.
Wow. So, all right, that's cool. That's cool. The Astros did really well, especially that second half of the case. I feel like almost every box had some kind of a hit, some kind of parallel hit of Astros.
It was like the first half, it was White Sox heavy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And then the second hit, it's like the Astro said, "Hold my beer."
So it was just rough. It was just a rough week for Mr. Fuego.
And I don't understand that. I mean,
yeah.
I mentioned it earlier in the segment. They're saying out of a 500 card checklist, 33.5 thousand copies of each card were made. How is it that we was able to pull 4 Jeremy Pena rookies?
Yeah. Was there 4 Jeremys in there?
Yes.
And they all came out of the second half of the second.
They all came out the second half.
Yeah, because I remember. So that was, I know all the. It it seems like the good rookies are like short printed, is what it feels like. That whole case, 2 Julios, I think 2 Wits.
No, only 1 Wit.
1 Wit. Okay. 1 Wander. And Wander was a big one at the time. I know it's not anymore, but it fell off, man. I don't know. It fell off from what I've seen, but these things happen. Y'all have to keep in mind that these things happen sometimes, but it just felt different. I know there were photo variations in there that we didn't realize either. So I still feel like when you get your cards from Mike, which he ships out super fast, check the numbering on the back, because the photo variations are a little bit tougher. I feel like not all of them. Some of them are pretty obvious, but a lot of them are very subtle. So I would definitely check on that. And you know how Topps is. They don't always flip things over and things, stuff like that. So I would definitely check. But,
ultimately, the products that actually came out of that case, they were good to look at, especially with all the variety of colors and the span of numbers from 199 all the way on down to 5, because we actually pulled something out of 5. However, that box as a whole was very underwhelming.
And so that led us to the conversation where it's like Topps be getting us. It's weird. It seems like the retail this year, like, because we've been watching lots of breaks and stuff because we really like the way it looks, but it seems like the blasters have been the hottest. It feels like it, at least, doesn't it?
Put that to the test.
More hits per the amount of cards you get.
Yeah.
The nicest stuff I've seen has come out of blast. Man, dude, what's his name? Huddle pulled that
Jeter to 50
out of a blaster, man. And then he still pulled fire the rest of if you calm down and watch the rest of the video, like, he still pulled more good parallels out of that stuff. It's crazy. No mega boxes for Platinum Anniversary
yet. As of right now, there's nothing been said about that yet, but who's to say nothing will come out later?
Yeah. They got, I think, mega boxes in Chrome. The mega boxes in Chrome, another story there. Those have been good too. That's the only one that's got the X fractors in them. Dude, Topps Chrome's been good. So like mega retail, man. I've seen we've seen some case breaks on blasters of Chrome, and there's been good hits. So I'm still, like I said, I know we're still enjoying Chrome, both Topps Chrome and 2022 Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary. But it was just I don't know. You got the Mariners price, and then they pulled that sweet. It was sweet still. Cal Riley auto number.
Yeah.
I was just like, you start to see, and I'm like, and when I saw it, I was like, dude, you got trolled. You got trolled. So
in the comments, pick your poison. Regular hobby light, or blasters. What would you, if you are going to be indulging in this particular brand, what format would be your go-to? Because here's my thing. The only reason why hobby is where they at price point wise is the guaranteed auto. The light, there is no guarantees for autos, but you get 4 mini diamonds. Okay. And it's like the blaster boxes, you kind of getting best of both worlds. Because I believe I have seen some black and white mini diamonds out of those too.
Out of the blasters?
I believe so, unless it was the speckle, but
I think they got, I might be wrong too, because I know the black and whites aren't numbered. I think they're exclusive to the light. Don't hold my word to it, but I think blasters have the blue prisms.
They do.
Non-numbered, I think, which are still, dude, those black and whites and those, they're all the parallels, they look good. I love the red atomics.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just whether you want numbered or not, I don't know, man.
I mean, I'm
They're
not
pretty, man.
not gonna sit here and bash the product generally, okay, but there's always room for improvement.
Oh yeah.
And it's maybe because of where you buy your product from. Because I'm pretty sure if you was to get 3 cases, one from each of the big 3 distributors, one of those 3 is gonna have the motherload of all hits.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion on it.
100%. So we didn't talk about this in hobby news because we, sticking to baseball card stuff, but we want to talk about it in the banter a little bit because not directly related to baseball cards, but it is from a distributor that a lot of us deal with. So David Adams, that whole deal this past week with the cases that this breaker over in Japan,
China,
was it China?
Yeah,
China. So they do this case break of this high end basketball. It was like National Treasures basketball or something like that, and they go through the break, and it's cards that have already been pulled and they've been pulled before. They go back and these cards were on sale. Sold, yeah. So they come on and say, "Oh, this was sealed product we got from David Adams," and David Adams is like, "We got that directly from Panini." Or I don't know, man. It's weird. It's shady. I don't know who's the shady one though. It's hard to tell. Did the breaker mess with the boxes and like that, or did I don't know, man. Oh, I think the big deal on that was David Adams buys cases from people too, but they ended up saying they came from Panini, not that wasn't something that they bought.
Yeah.
But I don't even. How do you trust anybody anymore? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm just throwing that information out there. You got because it was interesting. They talked about that on Sports Card Radio, and they talked about it on Dan the Card Man. He does good videos on stuff like that. It's just interesting. I know a lot of you guys. You get a lot of stuff from David Adams, yeah.
That's where that case from.
Yeah, and so they got that. I buy from Blowout Cards. They've had their Blowout Cards had a whole list of stories in the past of stuff they've done. So I don't know. Can we win? Can we not win? I don't know. So at any rate, that's what we got going on in the news, man. So again, no after
hours show after this
today, and I hope everybody's out there opening baseball cards or looking at baseball cards, playing with baseball cards, and all that. Mr. Fuego just dropped a video earlier today of a platinum light box rip that was awesome. So you guys definitely check that out. What else you got, Battle?
Well, the video I just dropped was an actual hobby box. Okay.
Oh, it was my bad.
Yeah, it was that because I don't want to say exactly what I pulled out of it.
Okay.
An autograph did come out of it, but it was from an actual hobby box.
Okay. That's why I don't remember. I'm gonna go back and double check. And double check because I don't remember the. I was pretty excited about the red you pulled out of that. Just saying.
So I went to my LCS yesterday and I picked up 6 hobby boxes of Platinum Light, and then I went ahead and ordered 6 blaster boxes of Platinum 2, and I'm gonna do a little science project to see where we go with that because. Granted, I did 2 tours in the 4th grade. You got 2 blaster boxes. They equate the 1 hobby light box, especially price-wise. Because you got your blasters at $30 a pop. Your hobby light's about 60, 65, depending on where you get it at. So I want to see which of the 2 formats actually holds the most value.
Yeah, that'll be fun to watch. I've got a couple I ordered a couple blasters of Chrome Anniversary. I'm gonna see how that goes. That'll probably. I still gotta wait on it. I ordered them from Target. I hopefully have that video on Saturday. I did a video. I dropped a video today of a tag. I got some cards back from Tag. You guys might want to check that one out. They're beautiful. Yeah, Battle. I think that's all I've got for tonight.
Yeah.
You good? All right, guys. Next Sunday, we're doing the podcast again next Sunday.
Same time.
Same time. We're moving it. I'm going to a card show in Portland next Saturday, so we're going to move it to Sunday again. Hopefully by then, Mr. Fuego's got his stuff fixed, and we can do the after-hour show also. No after-hour shows today. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. I would appreciate it if you have time to hit the like button. And, if you're on the whole podcast format thing, Spotify, Apple, any of that, download. That really helps us out. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here. And we're going to catch you next week, hopefully.
That's it. Have a good night, everyone.